everybody, it's Drybear. And while we're all left with withdrawals from the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, there is a brand new Monster Hunter game that is going to be a fully fleshed out game that is on the horizon. Now, before you get too excited, it is a mobile game, which means that you will be playing on the phone. And this is from the group that does primarily high quality multiplayer online networked mobile games. Things like Arena of Valor, things like the Age of Mythology or Age of Empires. They have a lot of different games under their belt that are showing that they can do an excellent game made for the mobile platform, but they've billed this as a fully fleshed out Monster Hunter title, which means that 3D action combat, all of the hunting mobility, as well as multiplayer hunting parties, and they also promised that there will be brand new, never before seen monsters debuting with Capcom as part of that, in this new game called Monster Hunter Outlanders. Now, this is done by Timmy Games. This is kind of like a under the umbrella of Tencent Games. So this is a China-first mobile game, but they have done things like Call of Duty Mobile, Pokemon Unite, Arena of Valor, Honor of Kings, Age of Empires Mobile, Saint Seiya, even the Metal Slug Awakening. So they have a lot of games that not just existing on mobile, like Pokemon Unite and a few others already ended up spreading a good while. Even things like Honor of Kings or Arena of Valor spread pretty wide across tablet and mobile all over the world. And so they have a track record of making very high quality mobile games. We have no confirmation whether this is going to be available on any other platform besides mobile, but it is interesting to see that not only is Capcom bringing things back with the Monster Hunter World 2 sequel, right? They finished Rise, they finished the Rise expansion with Sunbreak, and now they're going into Wilds with the new installment of what is essentially the sequel of Monster Hunter World, and they're also looking to expand with other titles as well. So it's possible we'll start seeing more and more activity from them every single year. Now, what they've shown does look very good, and hopefully it's able to run on most devices. And with this, you could probably obviously simulate this on a laptop or a PC or on some device where you're able to emulate or log into your app store, either with Google Play or iOS. So you have that option to do it as well. And again, as long as it performs well and looks great, I think it's going to be an interesting option for people that would want to play on the go, that don't really want to play more of a mobile style game. What I mean by that is there's obviously Monster Hunter Now, which means that you can play Niantic's global GPS located game where you go around and you catch monsters that way. But what they wanted was a true Breath of the Wild inspired Monster Hunter game with the traditional gameplay, the 3D action combat, hunting weapons, hunting monsters, tracking monsters with its own story and world and universe. There's gliders, there's all kinds of like devices and things like that you can use. And it is a little bit different than the Japanese style artistic or art direction that we're seeing from traditional Capcom games or from Monster Hunter games. We're going to see a lot more of that Chinese style art, which is very like heroic, fantastical, over the top, very, very much bombastic, superhero movie style art. And so you have like the gun lance here, you're able to see the bow, and you can definitely see the form functions and things like that go along with this kind of art style. You have the twin blades or the dual blades you'll able to play around with on that. And all of this kind of plays itself well to, I think, an open world style game that hopefully plays really well. And I think there's obviously going to be some backlash from people that don't like the idea of playing a mobile only game. And I think there's definitely a lot of games that you can get stuck on playing on mobile that are just incredibly addicting and super fun. And there's also plenty of mobile games, if they're well made enough, that you can just play them on PC. In fact, many mobile games have a PC version after people wanted to play it on PC so bad. And so many PC games have a mobile port or just a full mobile version that goes off of it as well. So it's very possible that we could have a new Monster Hunter game to explore from that standpoint. They obviously have the Palico here, but they have some new friends, a monkey and an owl that you can see as part of that experience. And they also have gotten creative liberties from Capcom to explore the universe more. And what that means is that they've promised more monsters. So monsters that will be unique to Monster Hunter Outlanders, which could be cool. It means that they can experiment with new monster designs, new monster habitats, new monster fights. And if those do well, those could obviously be ported ported over into other Capcom games or other Monster Hunter games. It could be that the apex monsters of Monster Hunter Outlanders, if they get really vetted out and everyone loves them in that game, they get ported over into Wilds and they become a big part of that experience as well, which I think could be very cool for this. And even if you're not someone that enjoys mobile games in general, you have to be excited by the fact that they're branching out, that, you know, they're not going to do like they're every 2 years, they're going to do one Monster Hunter update. It seems like they really are trying to allow other studios to pick up the IP and play with it. I think the quality level on this is quite high, and hopefully if they can deliver, which obviously they have a track record of doing so at the TiMi group, then we could definitely see something cool expanding for Monster Hunter. Now, it is billed as free to play, so you should be, once this is available, be able to download this for free and play it on your phone or on your viable devices that have access to the app stores for that as well. You can sign up now. I'll leave a link down below in the comments and the description if you want to sign up for the playtest. They are just starting this early. They're going to have some very early access alpha tests that people can try out and give feedback on. So if you're super into Monster Hunter and you want to try a different form or interaction with this IP, I think that's something that we're signing up for. And again, it's going to be free to play, which means that once it finally comes out, you'll be able to play with it. Currently does not have a release date, but again, if you sign up, you should be able to get into their early playtests, which I do believe they're planning to start at least by the end of the year, and then we'll see how things go from there on when they want to start having more and more public access and eventually releasing the game. But based on what we've seen here, it's very possible that they'll go out in the form that they have. They have a couple characters designed already and developed, and it seems like the world is already built out. And honestly, a studio that has 8 other mobile games of this style already released, you can bet that they have a lot of resources, manpower, and property to get this one out sooner rather than later. But let me know what you think about Monster Hunter Outlanders. Is this a good thing for the series? Do you think it's great to have more Monster Hunter games, especially games that will explore the ecosystem, new monsters, new designs, new environments, things like that? Or is this something that you would like to stay away from and you want to keep Monster Hunter on console and on PC exclusively that should stay away from these kind of games? Let me know what you think down below. If you found value in today's video, leave a like down below, leave a comment for the algorithm to help this video get seen by more people, and don't forget to check out my other channels for other content and other stuff and other things.